Hey everyone, welcome to SEL. I cannot believe we are in the final weeks of school. We only have 2 weeks left. And so this week I'm just going to read you my favorite book. And then next week there will be no SEL video for you to watch. Your homework, if you can do it, is to find the movie Inside Out. I know it's on Disney Plus, and you might have the DVD at home. If you are able to watch it, that is your homework for next week. No video, you're just going to watch the movie Inside Out. It's a great movie that shows the different emotions that we can feel, and the character Riley has all these emotions, and it's just really fun. I love the movie. So that is what we are going to be doing for SEL next week. So again, there's no SEL video. I will not be posting a video. And then this week, I'm just going to read you my favorite book. We are almost done with school. I can't believe it. I hope that you guys have learned a lot from SEL this year. So here's my favorite book. It is called The True Story of the Three Little Pigs. It is by A. Wolf. Everybody knows the story of the three little pigs, or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story, because nobody has ever heard my side of the story. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pig. That's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think you were big and bad too. But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing, it's all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. Way back in Once Upon a Time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold. Achoo! I ran out of sugar. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now, this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house out of straw? So, of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into somebody else's house. So I called, little pig, are you in? No answer. I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. That's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed and I sniffed. Achoo! And I sneezed a great sneeze. And you know what? That whole darn straw house fell down. And right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig. There's a little tushy sticking in the air. Dead as a doornail. He had been home the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there in the straw, so I ate him up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger, just lying there. I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have a cup of sugar. So I went to the next neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not much. He had built his house of sticks. I rang the doorbell. Nobody answered. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? He yelled back, Go away, Wolf! You can't come in! I'm shaving the hairs on my chinny chin chin! I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed, and I snuffed, and I tried to cover my mouth, but hachoo! I sneezed a great sneeze. And you're not going to believe it, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there was the second little pig, dead as a doornail. Wolf's honor. Now you know food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open. So I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as second helping. I was getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little better. And I still didn't have that cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. So I went to the next house. This guy was the first and second little pig's brother. He must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house of bricks. I knocked on the brick house. No answer. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? And do you know what that rude little porker answered? Get out of here, Wolf! Don't bother me again. Talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar, and he wouldn't give me even one little cup for my dear sweet old granny's birthday cake. What a pig! I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when I felt my cold coming on. I huffed, and I sniffed, and hachoo! I sneezed once again. Then the third little pig yelled, and your old granny can sit on a pin. There's the pig. Now, I'm usually a pretty calm fella, but when somebody talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy. When the cops drove up, of course, I was trying to break down the pig's door, and the whole time I was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making a real scene. The rest, as they say, is history. Here's a newspaper. It says, Big Bad Wolf. Wolf, I'll huff and puff. A.T. Wolf, big and bad. Got his sharp teeth here. The news reporters found out about the two pigs I had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting. So they jazzed up the story with all that huff and puff and blow your house down, and they made me the big bad wolf. That's it, the real story. I was framed. But maybe you could loan me a cup of sugar? What do you think? Do you think the wolf is telling the truth? Was he framed? Did he really just need a cup of sugar? I don't know. So this is going to be your last SEL video. I hope that you guys have a fantastic summer and get lots of rest and have lots of fun. And if you are in DK, I will see you in the fall when you start kindergarten. And if you are in kindergarten, I hope you have a great time in first grade, and I will miss you so much. So no video next week. Make sure you try your best to get that movie Inside Out, and let me know what you guys think of it if you haven't seen it already. All right, short and sweet today. Have a great summer, everybody. Bye.